Coach, it's a day for celebration in the East Bay. It is, for all intents and purposes, the final chapter of what has been a great era of football here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check. Sugar. 25, check 25, check 25.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Wide, 80. Check.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wait, 20! Check. Silver. Check. Rip. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, alert 3. Watch safety. Alert. Hey, go 66.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
36, 36.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Alabama, 380. Regular. Stay with your man. 44. Hey, Echo. 44. I got him. 44 is the mark.
From midfield, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Allen rolling to his right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. We're scoreless after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. Nifty move, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Mike. 53, Mike. 5 wide.
Allen now on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
He was brought down by pressure on Russell. A gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Allen off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Check the backer, check the backer.
He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Now Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Kareem Hunt, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before half for Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike 40. It's our time. Watch the safety creep. 72.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike 48. Here we go. 48. 72. 48, come on. It's been long. Ozzy.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, Brady on the crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go bandit. So don't say nothing.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Antonio Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. He will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, go 66.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Now, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive, What can they do here on fourth down? To throw is Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit. Because I will.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Alvin Kamara, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Shadow! Switch. Regular.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And Thomas has it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Brady. This will be caught by Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Shadow!
48.
Go bandit!
Now Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check it. Hey, Alabama. Kill. Turn up. Watch the shit.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check me out. Mike 48.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
Touchdown, Raiders.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
5-7.
Brady to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
That's it, baby. We go.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.